Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. We are from group 2 and we're gonna explain about tree diagrams. So let's start from the number 1. There is a sentence which is some of the students have arrived. Alright, let's make the tree diagrams. First of all, let's divide it into 2, which is noun phrase and verb phrase. For the noun phrase, it will be divided into 3. The first one is quantifier, which is some, and then there is preposition, that is of, and then noun phrase again. It's divided into 2, which is determiners, it is the, and then noun itself, which is student. Alright, before we move to the verb phrase, there is addition, which is inflection. There is auxiliary verb that interpret present perfect tense, which is have, and then for the first verb phrase there is verb, which is arrive. Alright, let's move to the next number.
And number 2, we have many spectators are watching the tournament. First, the sentence divided into noun phrase, inflection, and verb phrase. For the noun phrase, we have many spectators. Many as a determiner and spectators as a noun. And then we have inflection, which is are, it's auxiliary verb. And then for the verb phrase, we have watching as a verb, and the tournament is a noun phrase, so we have the as a determiner and tournament as a noun.
The very young girl becomes totally speechless. So there is sentence, we divide it into noun phrase with determinant the, then qualifier very, adjective for young, and noun for girl. Then we move to verb phrase. The verb is becomes. Then there is adjective phrase with qualifier totally and adjective speechless.
Alright, this is number 4. There is a sentence that a strange man talked to the landlord. Alright, let's make the 3 diagrams. First of all, divide it into noun phrase and then verb phrase. For the noun phrase, it will be divided into 3. The first one is determiners, second one is adjective, and then the third one is noun. For the determiners, it is a, and then adjective it's strange, and for the noun is man. Alright, for the verb phrase, it will be divided into 2, which is verb and prepositional phrase. For the verb, it is talked, and for prepositional, it will be divided into preposition and noun phrase. For the preposition, it is 2, and then for the noun phrase, it will be divided again into 2, which is determiners and then noun. For the determiners, this is the, and then noun, it is landlord. Okay, thank you.
Okay, we have the sentence here, and the first one is noun phrase, and we have a possession and then noun phrase, and it divided into two, that is adjective phrase and noun, and adjective phrase divided into two adjective, which is cute and pretty. So the possession is my, and cute, pretty, and niece. And then we have an auxiliary that is has, and then the other phrase is a verb phrase that is given, and then there is a prepositional phrase. For the preposition is this, and then noun phrase, we have adjective and noun here, and then the adjective is nice and the noun is chocolate. And then also we have prepositional phrase. The first one is preposition and then noun phrase. For the preposition we have two, and then the noun phrase, it divided into two, the prepositional phrase and noun. For the prepositional phrase, it is divided into two again, noun phrase and possession. The noun phrase divided into two, determiner and noun. For the determiner we have her, and noun is friend. For the possession we have s, and then the noun is brother. So here we have my cute pretty niece.
Alright, so we move to the sixth sentence here. So we have they gave me this. This is a very simple sentence and still can be dropped down into noun phrase and verb phrase. For the noun phrase here we have prepositional phrase, which includes preposition itself, in this case is they. And for the verb phrase we have verb, pronoun, and the determiner. For the verb we have give me as the pronoun and this as determiner. We commonly call this as demonstrative, but in this case demonstrative also includes into the determiner, so I write it down as that. For the determiner, in this case is this.
We have the housemaid is cooking some dishes for the guests. So there is sentence and we divide it into noun phrase and verb phrase. The noun phrase for determinant is the, and the noun is housemaid. We also have auxiliary for is. Then we move to the verb phrase. For the verb is cooking. Then we divide it into noun phrase with qualifier for some, the noun for disease. Then we have preposition phrase with preposition for, then noun phrase with determinant for the, and the noun for the guest.
Okay, first here we have a noun phrase. In noun phrase, it is divided into three, that is noun, conjunction, and noun phrase. For the noun, we have Mike, and for the conjunction, we have and the noun phrase is divided into two, that is possession and noun. Okay, for the possession is his and the noun is friend. And then we have a verb phrase, and we have verb here and verb phrase again. For the verb we have placed, and for the verb phrase we divide it into two, determiner and noun phrase. For the determiner is the, and for the noun phrase we divide it into two, verb and noun. It is correct and ornament. And then we have a prepositional phrase here. Okay, for the prepositional phrase we divide it into two, phrase and preposition and noun phrase. And then for the preposition is on, and the noun phrase divided into two, determinant and noun, the floor.
Next to the sentence number 9, there is some members of the party were talking to the government about this COVID case. So here we have a noun phrase. In a noun phrase we have a quantifier. Some is a quantifier here, and members is a noun here. And in a noun phrase we have a prepositional phrase. Of is a prepositional, and we have the party as a noun phrase. The is a determiner, and party is a noun here. And next we have inflectional. Inflectional, here we have auxiliary. The auxiliary is a word. Word as a past indicator here. Then next to the verb phrase, talking is a verb here, and then in a verb phrase we have two modifiers, that is a prepositional phrase to and prepositional phrase about. First we have break down the prepositional phrase to, that is a to as a prepositional, and the noun phrase the government. The is a determiner and government is a noun. Then for the prepositional phrase about, we have about as a prepositional, and this COVID case is a noun phrase. This is a determiner here, and COVID and case is a noun. We have the double noun here. So that's it.
So the next we have the sentence, and it is that the mechanic is repairing the car for my sister with his mechanical tools. So let's get started. So let's start with two categories, noun praise and verb praise. Noun praise for determine and noun, which is we have do and mechanic. Do for determine, mechanic, and as noun. And inflection. Inflection we have auxiliary verb, and it is for is, and verb we have repairing, and noun phrase for determine and noun. It is for do and car. Next we have prepositional phrase for prepositions, and a noun phrase. We have possessive nouns for my and sister. The next we have prepositional phrase with, and it is include preposition for with, and a noun phrase, and it is and we have a possessive noun of his, and noun for mechanical tool. Maybe that's it from me. Thank you.
We move to the next sentence. The sentence is
She remembered the memory of her last friends, so it can be dropped down into noun phrase, inflection, verb phrase, and the last prepositional phrase. For the noun phrase, we divide it into noun. For noun, we have she. For inflection, we have past, because the sentence is past tense. For verb phrase, we have verb and verb phrase again. For verb, we have remembered. For verb phrase, we divide it into determiner and noun. For determiner, for the noun, we have memory. For the prepositional phrase, we divide it into prepositional, and the next is noun phrase. For the prepositional phrase, we have of. For prepositional case, we have her. For noun phrase, we have adjective and noun. For adjective, we have last, and for noun, we have friends.
So, hi guys, we have a sentence here, and it is said the volunteer has prepared the donation of the program to the poor. So what we have to do, we should make a true diagram of the sentence. So let's get started. Start with us and divided into two categories, noun phrase and verb phrase. So noun phrase, we have determine and noun. Determine, it is for the, and noun for volunteer. So it includes inflection because it's past, and the next is verb phrase. We have verb and noun phrase. Verb, we have a prepared, and noun phrase, we have determine and noun, which is determine for do and noun for donations. The next, we have a prepositional phrase of divided into two. Of for prepositions, and a noun phrase, we have determine and noun, same as this form. So determine for do and noun for program. The next, we have prepositional phrase to as preposition, and a noun phrase for determine and noun, which is we have do and pour.
Next is sentence number 13. Some traders are having fierce argument with the ruler about their business. So we have to break down them into two, noun phrase and verb phrase. And in noun phrase, we have a quantifier, that is some, and noun, that is traders. And there's inflection, there's auxiliary R as present indicator. And in the verb phrase, we have having as a verb, and the noun phrase, there's a adjective, there's a fierce, and argument as a noun. Then
And now first we write down the prepositional phrase, that is prepositional phrase with. We have a prepositional with and noun phrase. The rule, do is a determiner and rule is a noun. And also we have a prepositional about. We have about as a prepositional and noun phrase. Their business, there is a determiner and business as a noun. And that's it. Thank you.
Okay, the next is the 14th sentence here. We have a quite long sentence, but still can be chopped down into noun phrase and verb phrase. For the noun phrase here, we divided it into determiner and noun itself. For the determiner, we have the, and for the noun, we have presentation. So the presentation can be chopped down into determiner and noun. For the verb phrase, we have auxiliary verb here, which is, and the other phrase, which is adjective phrase. The adjective phrase can be divided into qualifier and also adjective itself. We have totally as the qualifier and great as an adjective.
And then we go to number 15. We have those kids are really curious about the picnic. Okay, the sentence divide into noun phrase, inflection, and adjective phrase. For the noun phrase, we have those kids. Those here as a determiner, kids as a noun, and then for the inflection we have are, which is an auxiliary verb. And then for the adjective phrase we have really curious. Really is a degree and curious is an adjective. And then about the picnic is a prepositional phrase. So about here is a preposition. The picnic is a noun phrase. The is determiner and picnic is a noun.
Number 16. The sentence is, this matter is so obvious to the competitors. So let's divide the sentence into three. There are noun phrase, inflection, and verb phrase. In noun phrase, we have possessive this and noun matter. And then we have inflection and we have verb phrase. Verb phrase divided into verb is and adjective phrase. In adjective phrase, we have degree word so, adjective obvious, and preposition, phrase, preposition, and noun phrase. In preposition, we have to, and in noun phrase divide into determiner, the, and noun competitors. Number 17. The sentence is, many young girls are very fond of ice cream. So let's divide the sentence into three. There are noun phrase, inflection, and verb phrase. In noun phrase, we have quantifier many and adjective phrase. Adjective phrase divided into adjective young and noun girls. And the next is inflection. The next is verb phrase. In verb phrase, there are verb and adjective phrase. Verb are, and then adjective phrase divided into three. Degree of words, adjective, and preposition phrase. In degree, we have very, adjective found, And in preposition pairs, we have preposition of and noun phrase. Noun phrase divided into noun ice and noun cream.
Okay, we have a sentence here. The sentence is the fog faded away. Okay, next let's break into a diagram tree. It is a sentence, and let's break up into two. There is a noun phrase and verb phrase. And the noun phrase, it is there is a determine and noun. So the determine is the, and the noun is fog. And move to the verb phrase. We have a verb here and an adverb. The verb is faded and away as an adverb. Next, we have a sentence again. We are nearly into the river. It's similar with the previous sentence. Let's break into noun phrase and verb phrase. The noun phrase, we have a noun. It's we. And the verb phrase, let's break it into two parts. It's a verb phrase and preposition phrase. The verb phrase, there is a verb and an adjective. The verb is an auxiliary are, and the adjective is nearly. So for the preposition, we have preposition and noun phrase. The preposition is into, and for the noun phrase, we have determine and noun itself. The determine is the, and river as noun.
Okay, we move to the next sentence. The sentence is all her problems are up in the sky. So it can be dropped down into the noun phrase and verb phrase. For the noun phrase, we divide it into adjective and noun phrase. For adjective, we have all. For the noun phrase, we divide it into prepositional and noun. For prepositional, we have her, and for noun, we have problems. For verb phrase, we have auxiliary verb, which are. For the next phrase, we have adverb. For adverb, we have up, And for the last phrase, we have prepositional phrase. For prepositional phrase, we have prepositional and noun phrase. For prepositional, we have in. For noun phrase, we divide it into determiner and noun. For determiner, we have the, and for noun, we have sky.